Media Innovation Center. It's the fall finale of OWTV News. You don't have to go home, but you can't party here. CAP's campaign and party ban leaves the Old Westbury campus quieter and students upset and confused. As the debate on climate change continues, see how SUNY Old Westbury is becoming a part of the solution to save the planet. Beep beep! OWTV News gets the word on the street about the campus shuttle bus service. Put your hard hats on. SUNY Old Westbury is under construction as the campus makes moves to upgrade the school's facilities and buildings. Facts on faculty. The first-year department's own professor, Bonnie EANNONE, chats with us about her career at Old West. College athletes are about to cash in on their talents as the state of California and NCAA look to pay their student athletes. Tis the season to be jolly. OWTV News catches up with some Panthers to spread the holiday spirit. Good afternoon, and welcome to OWTV News. I'm Monica Crespo.
And I'm Lucas Waldman. Let's get started with some breaking national news. Two boys, ages 11 and 14, were shot to death outside an elementary school parking lot in California. The double homicide occurred when a series of gunfire was unleashed on a minivan outside Cyril's Elementary School in Union City. Police found the boys fatally wounded, with the older victim dying at the scene. The younger boy was rushed to the hospital, where he later died from his wounds. Authorities are investigating whether the shooting is gang-related, though there's no evidence to show that two victims were linked. Monica?
Michael Bloomberg has officially joined the 2020 Democratic race for president. Bloomberg, also the former mayor of New York City, as well as one of the richest men, made his announcement this past Sunday. He will come out of the gate with a massive campaign, TV, and radio ad buy in key states. The ads are completely focused on Donald Trump. I'm running for president to defeat Donald Trump and rebuild America, he says in the ad. He is putting his money where his mouth's, vowing to spend at least $150 million of his fortune on his run.
A pilot was rescued after a small plane became entangled in high-voltage power lines. The 65-year-old Thomas Koskovich was flying south when he got caught in the wires Saturday afternoon in Scott County, Minnesota. As the power to the wires were shut down, rescuers were able to free the pilot without any injuries, according to Scott County Sheriff's Office. The Federal Aviation Administration is currently investigating the incident. Monica?
New Yorkers are upset at the new increase in policing in the subways. Police have been cracking down churros vendors, homeless women, and what they call rowdy teenagers in city subways. In resistance for the second time this month, hundreds of New Yorkers gathered in the streets to protest. The action has led to repeated clashes, with the NYPD resulting in 58 arrests. Governor Andrew Cuomo's office released a statement which said there will be 500 new officers hired with the purpose of cracking down on fare evasion. NTA users say that the prices are increasing, but no changes have been made to the system. The protests in response to the governor are expected to continue.
A Brooklyn man is accused of impersonating an FBI agent and stealing a diamond. Michael Morgan went to the H.L. Gross & Bro Jewelers in Garden City wearing an FBI jacket and forged a check to buy a diamond worth $16,000 this October. After an investigation, Morgan was arrested Saturday and charged with third-degree grand larceny, second-degree possession of a forged instrument, and first-degree criminal impersonation of a law officer.
Old Westbury is offering microcredentials. A microcredential certifies that a student has attained a specified competency or skill set, generally by completing a group of 2 to 4 related courses with a grade of B or better. There are currently 3 microcredentials at Old Westbury. Business taxation, which has 3 graduate-level taxation courses. Estate, gift, and trust taxation, with 2 graduate-level taxation courses. And foundational counseling skills, with 3 undergraduate psychology courses. Students are excited because this can help them get a job or move to the next level of education.
5 Old Westbury University police officers were honored this month during SUNY's 2019 Police Awards. Lieutenant Christopher Anuzado and Renee Zach, Investigator Ryan Burkett, and Officer Brett Cruikshank and Devin Golib of Old Westbury were named winners of the Professional Service Award. The winners were recognized for their outstanding dedication to their role as university police. Campus police operates 24 hours per day, 365 days per year, regardless of the weather conditions, and for that, we thank you for your service to the Old Westbury community. Monica?
SUNY Old Westbury was ranked again among the top institutions in the nation. Best college for your money. By Money Magazine, Money's annual list placed SUNY Old Westbury at number 255 in the nation as one of the best for successfully combining quality and affordability. This is a raise of 100 places in the ranking over last year. Out of the 2,400 colleges across the country, the magazine ranks 744. The college has been recognized multiple times by other national publications and organizations. This specific ranking, though, is based on 26 factors according to Money Magazine. Congratulations to SUNY Old Westbury in such recognition.
SUNY Old Westbury's own Raj Davasagayam, Dean of the School of Business, was honored this month at the Kings of New York Awards and networking event hosted by Sneps Media and the Whitmore Agency. The event highlights the impact and achievements of men with the fields of business, philanthropy, and politics. Congratulations to the Dr. Davasagayam.
Title IX violations are a serious issue on any college campus, Old Westbury being no different. As a way to tackle sexual harassment on campus, the Campus Activity Board launched a campaign and implemented a party ban that has left many students asking questions. Reporters Amber Green and Derby Pierley report.
These are the NPRs. Once the home of many memorable Old Westbury parties, these rooms are now vacant every Thursday night since the announcement this fall of a controversy party ban on campus. The Campus Activity Board, known as CAB, is at the front line of the ban and a campaign that aims to educate students on the Title IX in hopes of creating a safer party environment.
So there was a lot of sexual misconducts and a lot of underage drinking. It was just a lot of Title IX violations. Stopping party situation was an administration call. CAB doesn't have nothing to do with that, and I think that's what a lot of students on campus don't really see.
After hearing from our peer, we met with administration, Dean of Students, Claudia Andrade, who is the overseer of CAB.
Due to lack of lighting, students were really not able to come forward and give us a full report of who they were filing a report against, which became difficult for us because we had continuous reports or half reports with the inability to move forward.
With such a big change like a campus-wide halt on parties, OWTV News wanted to know what the students thought.
Definitely a disappointment, but nevertheless, I don't know what's the reason for them doing it, but it definitely did. I feel like socially on campus, it will have an impact on the way people interact and stuff like that, because parties was a good way for people to interact with each other and, just meet new people.
Yeah, I remember learning about Title IX in high school, but I had no knowledge of it on campus now.
Despite all the controversy, Dean Andrade hopes for the best through the message they are sending out.
So what I hope our students can take away from this is that as a community, we have to support our survivors. And just because our students aren't showing up on a graph or aren't coming forward and saying, me too, doesn't mean that we don't support them.
This is Derby Pierre-Lewis with OWTV News.
Climate change is something we should all be concerned about, including all of us here at Old Westbury. Reporter Julie Goldsmith looks at what we are doing as a campus community to tackle this crisis.
65% of the carbon dioxide is caused by fossil fuel and industrial processes caused by human activity, making humans the direct cause of climate change. With a growing global debate on the issue, SUNY College at Old Westbury is making plans to do its part in solving the crisis. In a recent Faculty Senate meeting, it was announced that President Butts has authorized re-establishment of our Campus Green Committee. This committee will engage the campus faculty, students, and staff in initiatives that will advance Old Westbury as a green campus. Professor Laura Chipley is a media and communications professor whose scholarship focuses on environmental activism. She makes it a priority to educate her students on the dangers of climate change because of its urgency.
Climate change is a complex issue. It's the disruption of a complex set of Earth systems based on or due to greenhouse gases and human activity.
Shockingly, a global survey analysis finds that more than a third of the world's adults have never heard of climate change, including some on our campus.
People seemed either apathetic or completely unsure as to whether or not this thing really existed, and so that told me that we need to spend more time discussing this issue.
It should be kind of common sense, like just to throw out like a water bottle or, or like some aluminum can. But some people still don't understand that, and they still continue to throw out, waste like that in the garbage.
But other students recognize the changing climate around us.
It's a real thing and it's happening. We can see like one day it's warm, one day it's really cold.
Currently, the campus engages in green activism with the installation of solar panels on the campus center to conserve energy. Earlier this month, the Campus Green Committee has been organized through subcommittees such as energy, climate action, recycling, food and water, residential life, with hopes of high student involvement. The Green Committee invited all those who were interested in participating.
This is Julie Goldsmith with OWTV News.
The shuttle bus is vitally important form of transportation for both commuters and residents. Gadir Rasek, with additional reporting from Michael Odabania, investigated the effectiveness of the campus shuttle.
For most public colleges, it's important to make sure students have some reliable way of getting to classes. Here at SUNY Old Westbury, shuttles circle the campus weekdays every 20 minutes and picks up and drops off students at the LIRR and local mall every hour. But some students say that the shuttle service, which is paid for through their student fees, needs improvement.
The issue that I have with it is its scheduling and times. It doesn't really stop at all the stops consistently.
The shuttle service to me is a bit unsatisfactory because I usually do take it in the morning and in the evening where there's a lot of students with me, so it's fairly packed all the time, and the shuttle service is known to be late. They don't necessarily stick to their schedule very well.
In the morning, students coming from the Hicksville train station say that the college shuttles and the Long Island Railroad time are not aligned together, causing students like Celia Mercado to either be late for classes or have to pay for an Uber or taxi.
Well, I usually take it at least twice a week. I take the LIRR from Brentwood to Hicksville, and sometimes when the train's late, I can miss the shuttle bus, or sometimes if the train's on time, I'll be waiting for the shuttle bus, or I'll just miss it, and it's just really annoying because I'll have to Uber to the school, and the shuttle bus it comes out of tuition, so I'm just paying just to miss a bus that comes once every hour or so.
Paying for additional transportation can put a financial burden on some students since they're already paying for the shuttle through their tuition. But not all students are dissatisfied.
Once or twice I experienced a late bus, but besides that, it's usually consistent.
Some improvement students noted was adding additional bus service.
I hope they're able to implement at least 2 buses, so during the morning and the evening, all the students can fit, not everybody standing up, obviously. And also, I hope they're more punctual and they're more serious about their schedules.
A college that offers a good shuttle service can be a wonderful help for their students on every level. Students who we spoke to say they would like to see some improvement. We attempted to reach the transportation department for comments and they declined our request for an interview. I'm Julie Goldsmith with OWTV News.
Now changing lanes, Diana Pignatelli has the latest news and entertainment. Tyler Perry celebrated the grand opening of Perry Studios in Atlanta last month. Big-name stars like Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg, Cicely Tyson, Taraji P. Henson, and Jay-Z attended the epic event. It is the largest studio in the country, larger than the Warner Brothers and Disney lots. MSNBC recently announced that the presidential November debate will be held in Perry Studios. The 2019 Miss Universe competition will also take place in Perry Studios and will air on December 8, 2019. Tom Hanks recently found out that he's related to children's television star Mr. Rogers. Hanks found out that he was related to Mr. Rogers after going on Ancestry.com. The two happen to be 6th cousins. Even more surprising, Hanks plays Mr. Rogers in the recently released film A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Hank says that he didn't know the two were related when he took on the role. Kevin Hart announced a new Netflix docuseries about his life. After recovering from a tragic car accident this year, Hart announced on an Instagram video that Netflix will be releasing a 6-part docuseries titled Don't F This Up. Hart hopes that the series shows a transparent, real, and raw side of his life.
Thank you, Diana. This semester signifies many positive transformations on campus. Reporter Nayela Allen and yours truly got the scoop on some makeover students can expect to see around campus. SUNY College at Old Westbury is in serious upgrade mode. There are planned renovations over the next 5 years to the campus TV studio and the science building, and current renovations to the Clark Athletic Center and the campus road ring. Athletic Director Lenore Walsh says that the upgrades are meaningful.
And when I see construction, that means progress to the institution and also to the Clark Center.
One of the biggest renovation projects was the gym floor, which was just completed in time for winter sports and open gym. Students are excited about the changes.
I like the new court in the gym, and it's very nice, new, fancy, glossy. I had to stop for a while because it was closed, but now it's back open.
The current renovations to the campus ring roads has made traveling on campus challenging with the blocked roads and detours, especially for commuters.
It can be a bit annoying not going a usual route, but when it's done, I feel like it'll be worth it, because rather than going on bumpy roads, you go on nice, smooth roads.
Media and communication students will benefit from a major TV studio renovation over the next 18 months thanks to a $1 million grant from the state. Professor Oz Aggun is part of the studio redesign.
We are very excited about the renovations. We will be able to provide much more higher quality education and experience to our students, which we are looking forward to it.
The Capital Planning Office in charge of all upgrades on campus is located in the campus center. The office is led by Ray McGuire, who is also working on plans for a new $90 million STEM center. This new center will allow pre-med students to be more competitive in their field.
Working with new experiments, working with new equipment, it'll give more motivation to students to actually study and be involved in research. So I think it's really important.
With all these new upgrades on campus, Old Westbury is strengthening itself to be one of the better SUNY schools.
So I think the opportunities that we provide athletically and also academically make Old Westbury a really, really good prize for someone coming here.
I'm Monica Crespo reporting for OWTV News.
Can't wait to see a lot of those changes. Now switching to sports, we have with us senior OWTV News reporter Marvin Argueta with the latest.
In Old Westbury sports news, our women's basketball team lost to St. Joseph College 60-66 on Saturday, November 23rd, with a current record of 1 win and 3 losses. The Lady Panthers will be on the road against Yeshima University in the Skyline Conference matchup today at 7 p.m. On the men's side, they defeated Stevenson University 74-70. Charles Wingate scored a game-high 22 points, including 3 three-pointers. The Panthers will also play Yeshima University following the women's game at 8 p.m. Moving on to New York sports news. In basketball, the New York Knicks lost to the Brooklyn Nets 101-103. Spencer Dinwiddie scored 30 points. In the place of the injured Kyrie Irving, the Nets improved to 8 wins and 8 losses. As for the Knicks, they dropped to 4-13, including 3 straight losses. In the NFL, the New York Giants have lost to the Chicago Bears 19-14, dropping the G-Man to 2-9. Finally, the New York Jets, they get their 4th victory of the season against the Oakland Raiders 34-3. That is all for sports.
This month's Facts on Faculty focuses on student favorite Professor Bonnie Inan from the first year department. Old Westbury TV news reporter Diana Pignatelli highlights her work as a professor and advisor here at Old Westbury.
This month's Facts on Faculty is on Professor Bonnie Inan of the first year department. She's the Associate Director of the first year program and is also an instructor and advisor in the program.
I think this is my 7th year here at Old Westbury. I started out as an adjunct in the School of Education.
Professor Inan, who allows her students to call her Bonnie, was a SUNY student herself for a little bit.
Did my first year at SUNY Brockport, hated it, it was way too cold, and I transferred home to Dowling, and I actually have a business degree first. And then I went back to Dowling and did my graduate work in education.
Bonnie did not foresee her career path leading to a professorship at Old Westbury.
I thought I'd be, in an elementary classroom, teaching the same grade for, 20 years. But this allows me a lot more freedom to do lots of different things.
The professor loves her role in the first year department and thinks the impact the program has on students is important.
I love my colleagues that I work with. I've never worked with more dedicated people who really want to see students succeed. But most importantly, I love working with the students.
Bonnie points out the unique diversity of Old West students, which makes the college so special.
We're truly a representative of what your global world looks like, which I think is important for people today.
Bonnie does many things in her free time away from Old West.
I love to garden. I'm always outside in my garden raking my leaves at this time of year, though there's not much else gardening going on. I like to read, I like to visit different breweries also.
Bonnie says she has many people to thank for some of the things that she has learned.
I have many friends across campus that have taught me a lot of different things. But the students teach me stuff every single day, too. I think everybody can teach you something.
She gave us one piece of advice that she also tells her students.
You have to learn, whether it's here, in your occupation, you have to have a voice and stand up for the things that you believe in.
This is Diana Pignatelli for OWTV News. In the past, college athletes could not legally profit off of their talents. However, the state of California recently changed that. Reporters Carmela Perron and Julian Sucre look at what this means for student athletes.
The NCAA passed a law for D1 athletes that raises much controversy among lower division schools. Athletes as well as sports directors from SUNY Old Westbury give personal insight on this law's later effects on the campus.
Well, it's obviously a great, opportunity for these young athletes who are deserving. And many of them, even during their high school years, are generating income.
I feel like it's a great opportunity because some college kids don't all come from the same background. Some need a little extra money to stay stable with books, gear, food, late night snacks.
I think it's something that should have been happened because a lot of athletes are already making their name known in high school already now since the media is so big, so it's about time.
However, the athletic director feels as if the law will decrease motivation in student athletes because instead of focusing on their academics, they will start to focus on their profit.
Initially, my response was, oh no, this can't happen. And the reason, because you're at a college to get a degree, to focus on your academics, but also at the same time, opportunity to play the sport that you have played your whole life.
Athletes at Old Westbury feel as if the law is a good opportunity for students to make profit. However, pro leagues feel as if this law is not beneficial towards college students because it takes away their mindsets to go pro, and they have the potential of getting paid at a lower and unprofessional level.
I think eventually, just as history has seen, anytime a new rule is adopted in Division I, it does take a few years for it to trickle down to D2 and D3.
The reality is that, there are many young men, women who are in hardship situations where they could be breadwinners for their family. So having an opportunity to make some money while they're pursuing their education, I think, could really change the landscape of college sports.
The California Fair Pay to Play Act allows D1 athletes to make profit for playing sports. However, D2 and D3 is not yet affected. I'm Julian Sucre reporting for OWTV News.
With Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa on their way, OWTV News reporters Alexa Spinelli and Sean McCarron hear how students will celebrate the holiday season.
This is Sean McCarron reporting for OWTV News. I'm on the street asking students what they feel about Christmas and why they're excited and what their favorite Christmas song is.
What's your favorite Christmas song? And by the way, there was only one acceptable answer for this question.
Oh, this makes me scared. Okay, I think my favorite is, okay, there's a song by Julie London. It's called I'd Like You.
You're already wrong. It's Mariah Carey for Christmas Is You. I'm sorry. You're done. Christmas, then what is your favorite Christmas song? By the way, there was only one acceptable answer for that second question.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No, it's All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
I am excited for Christmas. Favorite Christmas song? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
No, you're wrong. It's All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Thank you. See, somebody knows.
And yes, I'm excited for Christmas just because it's gonna be around the same time that I'm gonna be done with school, and I'm really excited about that.
Yes, I do love Christmas, and my favorite song is "It's the Most Wonderful Time" by Andy Williams.
Yeah, I'm excited for Christmas, and my favorite song is the Mariah Carey one.
Thank you. Finally, somebody who gets it.
That's the show for 2019. I'm Monica Crespo.
And I'm Lucas Waldman. Stay warm and enjoy the holidays from the Old Westbury TV News crew.